Hey, what's up, YouTube? Got another video for coming today. I believe last week I reviewed the Drew Estate Tabak Especial, the Dolce. Okay, now this is the one I've been waiting for. I've had this one before. This is the Cafe con Leche. It's from the same line. It's like their limited collection. These are best in the morning because they're coffee infused. The essence of coffee. This one right here. So it's a 5.5 by I believe 54 or 50. It got two wrappers on it. Okay, in the middle you got the shade grown Connecticut. On the outside you have the dark Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, like a Maduro type. Okay, this thing smells creamy. This is like if you just opened up some of your favorite flavored, like vanilla cream or something. Now I haven't had this one in a while. So I was waiting for them to come in. I picked up a 10-pack. I got a pretty good, decent deal actually on Cigar Bid. But some of the notes they're saying, this is like an espresso and milk chocolate type flavors, and that's pretty much what I'm getting when you smell it. But it's a beautiful cigar. Look at that, like two-toned, two different type wrappers. So I took the tip off a little bit. Last time I made the mistake of not actually cutting enough, but I don't want to go too deep on it. All right, let me go ahead and light this up. Yeah, I like this one, but I want to get another one. I like starting to collect these too now, yeah. Just trying to burn the edges there. Yeah, I think I might be out. Let me try this one. Yeah, I'm having some problems here. I think I gotta refill my lighters. Oh, there we go. Now, when I'm pairing this up with, I made some, like a cinnamon, I think they labeled this one as a cinnamon bun type flavored coffee, but I added my own sweet cream in there, vanilla sweet cream, and made a latte out of it. Oh. So far, this is one of my favorite cigars for in the morning, or if you're the type of person that wants a late afternoon type dessert type stick, and maybe you drink coffee at night. This has got to be on your list to pick up. So that's the Drew Estate Tabak Especial Cafe de Leche. They got some other ones in their line I want to try. I'm hearing about the Java Mint. That's the next one I want to try. I was just looking at a review of that one, and that's supposed to have some amazing flavors too. Yeah, this is a nice cigar right here. I mean, talking about like a nice creamy, yeah, coffee. I don't know if can you say that this is a delicious cigar. that's what it is, man. And you top that off with a nice cup of coffee. This is really good. So while I'm smoking this, let's do a little smart kind politics of the day. I'm not really meaning to turn this into just a cigar politics type station, but that's just what's going on right now. I can't really get out, and normally we might do some hiking type videos or beach stuff, but so many restrictions nowadays, so it is what it is. So I'm just trying to bring some content. I think about what I want to talk about is I'm hearing a lot of people talk about Joe Biden's pick. Now, for some reason, Fox News is on this rant of, is she black? or what constitutes being black. I mean, why is this even coming up? Okay, she's half Jamaican, half Indian. Okay, who cares? Another thing I heard is he just picked her to get the black vote. Well, why do you? What's the process of choosing your running mate? Why did Trump pick Pence? I don't know. Maybe because Trump is known as being a womanizer, a cheat, all kind of crazy things. So who do you need to pick that's opposite of you? A guy that's a total opposite of you, Mike Pence, the church guy. He basically said it yesterday. He said the churches, the all he no Trump said all the religions love Pence. So I guess he's trying to get the evangelical vote. What's the difference? And he's not. I wouldn't say he's trying to get the black vote, because black people ain't gonna just vote for any old black person. Did you ever see Jesse Jackson make it, or Al Sharpton? People ain't stupid. Okay. But he did listen to his constituents, and what were they saying? His base was saying, we want a woman and we want a person of color. And so that's what he went out and found. That's what you're supposed to do. You're trying to give the people who are in your base what they're asking for. Isn't that the whole thing? They said they wanted a woman, and they said they wanted a person of color. This is what he came up with, and that's going to be the ticket. They all do that. Like I said, Trump had to find somebody that's the opposite of him, or what you're gonna get? Two Trumps? That ain't gonna work. You gotta have a yin and a yang. Trump doesn't know anything about the religion. He fakes it through. Like when he stood in front of the church holding the Bible in there and not saying a thing. Photo ops. Just goofiness. That's just my rant of the day. I'm just saying, you still have to pick somebody qualified. You cannot be like a John McCain and just picking any old person, picking a Sarah Palin, who she probably cost him the election. That lady she became a laughingstock on late night television, and it's not that people are just making up stuff. She did it to herself. Saying goofy stuff, acting goofy, trying to play the soccer mom role. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear substance. So, of course, what he's gonna do the opposite of what people who are trying to support him, or they're saying, I would support you if you did this. Trying to give the people what they want. Don't you want your elected officials to listen to you? And trust me, black people don't just vote for black people just because. Like I said, if that's the case, you would have had Jesse Jackson up in there back in the day, Al Sharpton up there back in the day. Man, people know who's qualified or not. I don't know how people can say that, but you take a so-called businessman who's had a silver spoon in his mouth his whole life, you expect him to relate to the average Joe? And it's shown throughout his whole life he hasn't related to the average Joe. I don't know what made them think. There's plenty of other millionaires a businessman that you could have picked or recruited to do this. Someone without multiple bankruptcies, someone without multiple wives, someone who doesn't party with Epstein, someone who doesn't here I go again, like I keep hearing the Creepy Joe. Did you see the Creepy Joe videos? Yeah, but I've also seen bunch of creepy Trump videos too. And that didn't seem to stop you from voting for him. Lusting over his own daughter, saying he has sex in common with her. If he wasn't her father, he would date her. That talking about her body parts. That's not creepy. Come on, it's the hypocrisy of it all. If you're gonna clown on one, better clown on the other who you elected for 3.5 years already. That's all I'm saying. Getting back to this smoke right now. This thing is consistent all the way through. I left the band on the head. I probably should have took it off, but that's all right. I've seen some people say they leave it on, or even the one at the end. Some people, they take them off. It's just your preference, But I guarantee you this. I'm not sure how this would taste with like a straight black cup of coffee. I'm gonna try that next time. But I would say if you can make like a sweet Thai coffee or just something with some cream in it, and you pair this up, you will not be disappointed. I mean, there's no even need to. Well, you know what? I'll hold off because I'm getting into the sun-grown wrapper, the sun-grown Connecticut part. Let's see how that goes. Man, I really like this cigar. I like the look of it, the taste of it, the smoothness of it, the creaminess, like vanilla, chocolatey flavors. Man. Pretty good. Yeah, so getting back into maybe some small kind talk. Like I said, people, I was also watching this other video, and you ever wondered why Trump is obsessed with revamping the post office? Well, it's always the Republicans, they always want to privatize something. If you privatize something, there's profits and money on that side, right? That's the reason they fight hard against healthcare, okay? Because their constituents, they pay them lots of money to fight that. Well, same thing with the post office. Post office is not supposed to be for profit, but they want to profit off it, so they want to make it seem that it's terrible, that they're misusing money. So he hired one of his largest donors to be ahead of the post office. Now, answer this for me. On his campaign trail, wasn't he saying he was going to drain the swamp? He just added more animals and creatures to the swamp. That's all he did. Everybody, all those big shots, multi-millionaires who contributed to his campaign, he made them the head of so many things. Who's the head of education? A she's billionaire, multi-millionaire Betsy DeVos. That lady is terrible. And if you don't believe me, go watch some of the hearings. No background in education whatsoever. Now he made this other guy, who's the largest donor in his campaign, head of the post office, And now he's revamping everything. And what do you know? He literally, well, no. What I'm seeing is, I haven't seen the video yet, but I'm hearing snippets. Trump basically slipped and said what people have been thinking all along, that he's only doing this to kind of mess up the flow and the delay of mail if it comes down to mail-in voting. That's never been a problem with mail-in voting. Yes, there's probably some small things here and there, but nothing to where it's mass hysteria now causing elections. You know it, I know it. But if you say it long enough and many times, people start believing the stuff. Like, I go back to the same thing. How many times did he holler and chant, "Lock her up"? After he got elected, that whole thing just dropped. Never tried to prosecute her for anything. Because it's not about that. It's just making something stick in somebody's head that is bad. If they had anything on Barack Obama, you're telling me Fox News and everybody else wouldn't have pushed hard for him to get investigated for something? They had nothing. Nobody got arrested or anything in his administration for 8 years. Do a search and see how many people have been arrested and found guilty in a court of law in Trump's administration. Just look it up yourself. It's all about fear-mongering. The left hates police. The left hates the military. Come on, man. I'm pretty sure there are some people on the left that hate police and the military. But I guarantee you there's people on the right that hate the police too and hate the military. It goes both ways. I had a coworker tell me one time, we were talking about gun control back in the day. I think that's when Obama was in office and they were all freaking out thinking he's going to take their guns away. I said, well, I think there should be some type of, laws, stricter laws. I said, do you want it to be the Wild Wild West out there? He looked at me and said, oh, you must be an effing liberal. I said, what does that have to do anything? Is it cut and dry, black and white? Either you're for or against, so that means you're left or right? It doesn't make any sense. You might like something on this side, and you might like something on that side, and you kind of swing in the middle, and then you listen to both candidates and see who's got your best interests. Nothing's clear cut. Or the left hates the military, or the left hates the police. It's ridiculous nonsense. And when was the last time CNN has been thought of as the fake news? From my recollection, before Trump got in, and it's been years and years and years and years, Fox News has always been the one that's played that role. The state-run TV of the right. Always. Did you hear George Bush say anything about CNN? It's just Trump just started doing it so he didn't have to answer questions from them. When you just point at the reporter and say you're fake news and don't answer the question, then it becomes a catchy thing. Let me tell you how scared he is. At least Obama went on Fox News and did interviews, sat down right there in a chair from Bill O'Reilly, who basically interrupted him 100 times. At least he was there in the hot seat, took all their nonsense. Trump won't do it. He just runs right on over to Fox and Friends. That silly mess. I bet he won't sit down with, well, he did sit down with Chris Wallace. I bet he won't do that again either. As soon as he was finished, he ran right to Hannity and Fox and Friends to kind of get back to his safe zone. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's enough of that. I can go on and on about that, but can't wait till we get back to normal so I can do some beach videos, hiking videos, things of that nature. But let me tell you, hey, one last final thoughts. If you're looking for a cigar, if you want to smoke in the morning with your favorite cup of Joe, I would definitely recommend this. Look how it's holding together. So, if you're out somewhere or you see it online, pick it up. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. 10 out of 10 right here, no doubt. Okay, so like I always say, take care of each other, take care of yourself, drive safe, wear a seatbelt. Aloha.